Hi, psych friends. Hello, hello. I am making this video to kind of walk you through step 3 of your psychological research project. Let's get started. This is when you have already started this, so scroll on down to steps 2 and 3. Make sure that you have used the rubric um, to kind of make sure that you cover the literature review expectations to get the AT, which is 3 to 4 different sources. Okay, I want to show you what some of the students have done to display their work. Um, so you could use like a box like this with the different sources and kind of what you learned from each one. Let's see. This person wrote it in a PowerPoint slide. This isn't actually that great now that I'm looking at that, but this is a really good example of what a final project could look like. Lots of different sources and things like that. Okay, so make sure that you have 3 to 4 sources if you're going for that AT, and for each source, have a few bullet points. What did you learn from that source? Make sure that you go back and you revisit your hypothesis. You might need to make some tweaks, but make sure that you have dependent variable, and then whatever your dependent variable is, an independent variable, and whatever it is, okay? So for step 3, you are going to essentially break down your your study. How are you going to actually do it? Who's the participants, aka the sample? Um, okay, so for 3.1, how will you attempt to answer your hypothesis? Develop a study, develop at least 2 methods. So like an example method would be natural observations, right? So pick 2 methods that would help you collect data for your study. And then you're going to talk about how you're going to use those methods to collect data. So you're going to say, I'm going to use case study because this, right? Or I'm going to use natural observations because I'm going to literally watch and take notes as I play different types of music during playtime at my house and watch how my siblings react to the different genres of music, okay? That's kind of what I want to see with that. Then choose one method and explain why that method is the better of the 2 methods for your specific study. This needs to be done in sentences, okay? So like some sentence starters, you could say, this method, or whatever your method is, so fill in the blank, is the best method for my study because blank. Okay, so that's kind of a structure that you can use if you're feeling a little bit jammed up. Okay, all right, moving on down. 3.2, how will you collect and organize your data? How will you analyze it, communicate it, and display your data? So, for instance, using this past student's study as an example, she used different charts to show her data. So you can see her different participants and then her answers. So she's using different graphs and charts to display her information. So how are you going to display your information? So here's her questionnaire. She has all of her questions, and then she has the answers of her participants. How are you going to do yours? Are you going to use a chart? Are you going to have a pie chart? Are you going to make a video? Are you like, how are you going to share your data? Okay. So things that you need to have in the 3.2. You need to make sure that you explain the chart. So if you're going to say, I'm going to use a chart, well, how is it going to be organized? Explain it. Literally walk me through the chart, if you're going to use a chart or a pie graph, or if you're going to use like a survey, you need to make the survey. That's part of the assignment. So if you're gonna say I'm gonna use a survey, you need to include the survey in your project. So just like you saw this girl, she used a survey. She included the actual questions, okay, of her survey. So you're gonna need to spend time making your survey, and that's part of the assignment as well. Okay. All right. Then you need to start doing the write-ups for the first 3 paragraphs. If I were you, I would turn each step into its own paragraph. Inside paragraph 3, you need to make sure that you talk about who your participants are. So I'm going to show you an example. Here's an example that I found of like of a write-up for, you know, participants and method types. So you could say something like a total of 120 graduate students were recruited for my study. You know, yours is going to be different. I used all of my siblings. I have 3 brothers and 2 little sisters, ages 9, 7, 4, and 1. That's kind of what you're going to do. You're going to describe your sample, and the sample is who you're using to collect data from, right? So if you're using a group of your friends, that's how you're going to describe it. A group of my girlfriends, 5 of them who really enjoy social media are going to be given a survey. Here's the survey. Then you're going to walk me through the process. Each participant is going to be on social media and engage in social media for 2 hours. After 2 hours is done, they are going to then complete the survey and send the survey to me. The participants will repeat that process 3 times. That data will each set of data is going to be its own graph. Each graph is going to have, each chart is going to have the questions listed on the, right side, and at the top we have the contestants, the participant's name, and then in each box I write their answers so that people reading the study can see what each participant's answers are, something like that, right? So again, make sure you describe your participants, aka your sample group, um, and then walk us through how you are actually going to do your method. If you're going to use a case study, you're going to be following one person. Explain what that looks like. Break it down for us. If you're going to use an experiment, a visual or a taste test, walk us through how you're going to do that. Are they blindfolded? Is there a time limit? Are they sitting at a table? What different types of foods are they going to be trying? In what order? Okay, that type of thing. So you need to be very specific. And sorry, my nose is running, friends. That was gross. So by the end of the day, we should be done with our paragraphs 1 through 3. Each step should be a paragraph, okay? So by the end of today, we should be done with 3 paragraphs, okay? Tomorrow, we will add our 4th paragraph, we will put everything together, and we will submit it, okay? If you need any help, please reach out via Teams. And to be counted participated for today, you must like this. What can I do? How can we do? Anyway, I'll figure out a way to take attendance. I'm thinking that we're going to have everybody post send me a personal message via Teams, but that's insane because that's like 100 different kids. Okay, anywho, um, to be counted participated for today, you must like the post on Teams, and you must work inside Canvas. So you make sure you're visiting that psychological study page and start working on step 3. Friends, please do not try to cram your study into one day. It is not possible. Okay? It is not possible, friends. All right. Reach out to me if you need me. Remember, each step needs to be a paragraph, full sentences. Make sure that you're using information from other sources. Make sure you're citing those sources. Don't just put a bunch of stuff from other sources and just put it in quotations. That's not using the source. You have to explain in your own words what the source is trying to say in the quote that you use. Okay, like um, make sure you include participants, sample, and method. Be specific. Step 1, I'm going to give all of the little kids a grilled cheese sandwich. Step 2, I'm going to put on Bob Marley music. And step 3, I'm going to stand back and watch their behavior. I'm going to be writing down as fast as I can what they're doing, what I see, da 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 da. That's surveying. That is the reason natural observations is the best method for my study is because I get to literally watch them and I get to record their behavior. And as I'm trying different music, I can see how their behavior changes. It's the best option because it is right there in front of me. It is situational observation sampling, and it's perfect for that type of study. That's kind of what you should be writing. Let me know if you need help. Go team! Yay!